Skylanders is probably one of the weirdest reboots ever. Like, let's be honest, what does this have to do with Spyro? But what really is Skylanders? What's good? I'm TBBB, and this is Skylanders Spyro Adventure Explained. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in a little bit. So Skylanders is built around the gimmick of Toys to Life, which is basically a chip inside of the bottom of the figures that when you place on the portal, puts like the figures info into the game. But it's pretty cool. All the info that you like play on that character in the game, instead of getting stored in the game, it's stored in your character. So if you go to like your friend's house and you want to play on their copy of the game, even if it's not like the same console or anything, you can still use your character with all its info. And speaking of characters, there are 32 unique characters broken up into 8 elements: earth, fire, water, air, and also undead, magic, tech, and life. Each element having 4 characters in it. And I'm gonna be honest real quick, yeah, he's the best. But there are also variants of most of the characters, both in-game variants and non-in-game variants. The in-game variants being things like legendary characters, making them stronger and changing their color, and the dark characters, just kind of like making them black. And the non-in-game variants, but just have the figure look different and not really changing anything in the game. Also, there are like item figures and level figures, but who really cares about them anyways? Come on! But now let's actually get into the game itself. There are 26 levels in the game, 4 of those levels being bonus levels from the level figures I talked about earlier. Like, by earlier, I mean like a couple seconds ago. Also, in each level, you can collect hats that you can put in your characters, like what a hat does, soul gems, which unlock like a special like ability for your characters, like a special little upgrade, chests, which just give you gold and stuff, story scrolls, which are just like little things of text, I don't know. Each level can even be 3-starred, and I'm gonna be honest, I think the levels in this game are actually pretty good. There are also a couple extra modes, like the heroic challenges, unlocking like upgrades for your characters that like boost up your stats a little bit. And there's a battle mode, which is like a player versus player thing. And I'm gonna be honest real quick, I don't think I've ever actually played this, because when I was little, none of my friends wanted to play Skylanders with me. I was a solo guy, you know what I'm saying? But now, let's actually talk about the story mode. The game begins with this big head dude destroying the core of light, a machine that banished all darkness from the land. What a mean guy. And then he sent all the Skylanders to Earth, turning them into very marketable figures for children 10 and older in your local retailers like Walmart and Target. That's a bad guy. Each level in the game has its own theme and its own like piece that you have to collect to rebuild the core. And dabble throughout some of the levels are boss fights, where you fight the big-headed dude's minions, which are just like evil Skylanders, and you also gotta like dodge his magic. They're pretty interesting and they're pretty fun. But let's get into the story a little bit more. Throughout the game you meet a lot of characters, like these groundhogs. I don't really know what they are, I'll be honest. These fish people, fairies, mole people, robots, trees, and you know, the tree dude, he's my favorite guy. Arbo, pretty fun guy, you know what I'm saying? He's my boy. Hey, put some respect on my boy Arbo's name, you know what I'm saying? To find each piece of the core, we need to team up with these dudes, go to their like different areas, and like fight our way through all these monsters, get to the end, get the piece, and bounce. Having all the levels be like completely different areas really do just make the world seem like way bigger and more diverse from just a bunch of floating islands. Like, you start off in like a sky looking area, and then you go to like more water themed levels, then to like the top of the trees, then to like dead people land, I think, and then the factories. All very different locations. But even if they seem so disconnected when you really say them, they feel so connected in the game, the idea of you having to get all the pieces of the core. But finally, let's talk about the end game, probably one of the most insane parts of the game. So first, we meet this robot, part of an Asian civilization, also known as the Archeans. We have to travel to his vault to unlock the last piece of the core. In the vault, there's also like a part when you take over one of the Archean robots and you like punch your way through the level. And when I was little, I didn't get past this part. I never beat the game because I was on the Wii and you have to use motion controls and I just could not figure it out. What? What? Yo. Huh? I hate motion controls. But eventually, we end up grabbing it, no trouble, and travel to Chaos's lair. The big head dude. This is what he looks like. Yeah, I know. Real threatening. The final level in the game is like a mix of all the other like boss fights we had throughout the game. So that means I have to beat up Slam Bam again. I'm not gonna lie, like 3 months before making this like script, I replayed the whole game just for the video. I went through 8 characters in this final boss. I don't know why it's so hard. But yeah, again, Chaos, the big head dude, he uses his evil Skylanders and his magic to beat you up. But after a long fight, you can beat him and rebuild the core blight to save all of Skylanders. I rate it a booyah out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So that was Skylanders Spyro Adventure Explained. And I am so sorry to everyone who's been waiting on another upload. I just haven't had the motivation to make any videos recently. It's been hard making this channel. 'Cause it's like I have motivation for a week and then I lose it. So if I don't finish a video in that week, the video doesn't come out. But next year, year 2 of the channel, I'm gonna try and make videos more often. So like and subscribe if you want to see more, and comment what game I should explain next, because I'm gonna keep the series going. This next upload's probably not gonna be about the series, it's probably gonna be something else. But yeah, I love y'all. Peace. I never really played battle mode that much. I was a solo guy. Solo. So, okay, I'm not putting that in the video.